Lawsuit filed by George Floyd's family.
They hit him with the fentanyl. The guy's knee wasn't even on his neck.
In May 2020, George Floyd was killed by a police officer, and his death brought about a huge shift in the US. But most importantly, it brought the Black community together to fight for equality with the slogan Black Lives Matter. So when Kanye turned on the Black community by wearing a White Lives Matter shirt, rappers thought he'd lost it. But they were pretty certain he's gone crazy after he made snide comments about George Floyd's death. Keep watching till the end of this video to see rappers react to Kanye West speaking out about George Floyd. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Kanye West speaks about George Floyd. Just a couple of weeks after undermining the Black Lives Matter campaign, Kanye West has yet again found himself in another controversy. Kanye has disrespected the memory of George Floyd's death as he made derogatory statements indicating that Floyd had died from drug intake. While sitting for an interview with Drink Champs, Kanye spoke of Floyd's death, saying,
They hit him with the fentanyl. If you look, the guy's knee wasn't even on his neck like that.
As seen in the shared footage of Floyd's arrest, he was pinned to the ground in handcuffs as police officer Derek Chauvin knelt on his neck for more than 9 minutes. The autopsy report showed that Floyd did actually have a large amount of and a small amount of and in his system before he died, but that wasn't the cause of his death. 2 autopsies were conducted on Floyd. While one of the autopsies was carried out by a county medical examiner, his family hired a private medical examiner to conduct a separate autopsy. Both reports revealed that Floyd's cause of death wasn't an overdose, and that he had died of cardiopulmonary arrest due to compressions to his neck and chest. Despite this evidence, which was even used to put Derek Chauvin behind bars, Kanye West went on air to claim that Floyd's death was an overdose. His comments sparked outrage in the Black community, and rappers made sure to air their opinions on the issue. Rappers react to Kanye West's claims. Rappers weren't very pleased about Kanye's statement, and they hopped into social media to share how upsetting Kanye's claims were. It was no surprise that Boosie Badass was one of the very first rappers to speak on Kanye's claims against George Floyd. Boosie has openly criticized Kanye's controversy. When Kanye shared the White Lives Matter shirt on the media, Boosie Badass called him disrespectful and said Kanye didn't like black people. Boosie doubled down on this comment after Kanye's claim against Floyd. Boosie tweeted, @Kanye West, the hatred you have for blacks is sad, and they still support your coon. First, slavery was a choice. White Lives Matter. Now George Floyd, etc. And it's sad that blacks with a platform ain't telling you for attacking our race like you do. You sick, for real, for real. Boosie Badass went on to share an edited photo of Kanye with white skin. He captioned the photo, "Just do it." Michael Blackson's reaction didn't give out whether or not he was in support of Kanye's claims. He simply said in a tweet, "I think Kanye sits on a toilet and says to himself, how else can I shit on these dumb Americans that keep taking me serious?" Donald Trump's reaction to Kanye West's comments. Kanye's behavior on social media throughout the year has no doubt been questioned. From his drama with Kim, his ex-wife, and Pete Davidson, who dated her, to making negative comments against the Black community, and now disrespecting the death of a man whose death sparked a huge change. Kanye has sparked a huge reaction from a lot of people, including the former president of the United States, Donald Trump. During Trump's administration, Kanye faced backlash from the Black community for associating with him. But with his recent public behavior, Trump has begun disassociating himself from Kanye, and he's had some words about Kanye over the Floyd issue. According to insider sources, Donald Trump has been talking about Kanye's behavior since Kanye posted on Twitter that he planned to go DEFCON 3 on Jewish people. And now with his comments about George Floyd, Trump has said Kanye's acting too crazy and he needs some professional help. NORE reacts to backlash. Of course, Kanye West wasn't the only one involved in this controversy. He was being interviewed. and the person interviewing him was the one who steered the conversation in that light. However, even after the comments were made, it didn't seem to spark any defensive reaction from NORE, who was the host for the Drink Champs interview. But according to him, he was too drunk to put Kanye in check. He further claimed that Kanye had threatened him and the producers and told them he would walk away from the interview. When they finally persuaded him to stay, Kanye began talking about George Floyd. "I didn't think he was gonna spread this ideology. I didn't think he was gonna go there," NORE said while talking about the interview. He said they never expected the session to go that way. They just wanted to drink and smoke some blunts. NORE said, "That's how our interviews go. We try to lighten you up, and then we get you drunk, and then we get you to turn to our side. We tried to do that. We did, but it's yay. I learned my lesson, because at the end of the day, as a journalist, I did my job. I let a person talk. As a journalist, you're supposed to have no opinion, no options, none of that." NORE further said that he was embarrassed when he saw how bad the interview was. "I don't watch my own interviews, so when I watched myself, I was embarrassed. I was like, wait a minute, what did you let him just say?" NORE has since apologized to George Floyd's family, saying, "I apologize to George Floyd family. I apologize to anyone who was hurt by Kanye West's comments." Floyd family taking legal action against Kanye West. George Floyd's family was no doubt taken aback by Kanye's statements. Unfortunately, the family that has had to go through the tragedy of losing a loved one in that manner were forced to watch Kanye disrespect George Floyd's memory and the sufferings he endured before he died. According to George's family, Kanye's comments implied that the judge's decision and the law were wrong for serving justice. LaTanya Floyd said, "The judge took the gavel in his hands and slammed it on the table, and his death was ruled as a murder, which we all know it was." LaTanya further said, "We have been through a lot. We have suffered a whole lot, and we are still suffering. The marches and the fights for justice are never going to stop. For us to hear someone of color say something like that, it's a really painful place." Floyd family attorney Lee Merritt revealed that Philonise Floyd, George's brother, contacted him, and the family is now considering legal actions against Kanye. Lee Merritt shared a tweet saying, "While one cannot defame the dead, the family of #George Floyd is considering suit for Kanye's false statements about the manner of his death, claiming Floyd died from fentanyl, not the brutality established criminally and civilly, undermines and diminishes the Floyd's family fight." He further said in an interview, "These families wake up every day feeling the sting and the loss of their loved ones, and they continue to fight. They built their lives now around fighting to reform our legal systems, reform police use of force, to bring accountability, and to have someone who in the past has been seen as an ally now repeatedly and consistently undermine their efforts and diminish the legacy of their loved ones. It's bad behavior. It's disappointing for the families." That's the end of today's video, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe for more content. Thanks.